So in this tutorial we're going to be learning how to create a prefab. This is quite simple to do, so first of all let's learn what is a prefab. So in Unity, a prefab is a game object that you can save and reuse as many times as you want. It just allows you to not having to create the same thing over and over again and stand the chance of missing out on something. So it's very useful. So let us jump back into Unity. So all I have here is a blank what's called a blank 2D, I think it is. Yeah, 2D project. Absolutely nothing in it. I've just created it from scratch, so there's nothing in it here except for our sample scene. So what we can do, first of all, let's go ahead into our assets folder and let's create another folder, and we'll call this prefab. We'll call it prefabs. So in this folder, this is where we're going to save all of our prefabs. So we can leave that there for now, but let's go into our scene. And so in this project, we are going to create a very simple prefab. So this could be anything. For this tutorial, let's probably just make it like a sprite of maybe a square. So here's our little square. What we could do is we could actually just make this. Let's go ahead and just make like a little person, just by using a bunch of different squares and reshaping them. So if we make an empty game object, we can call this person, and then let's go ahead and drag in that square that we just created onto underneath our person, so it becomes a child object of our person. And then we can rename our square to face. So this square is going to be our face. And then we can go ahead and copy that, just paste it, and then we can change the name to neck. And then let's just make it a bit smaller, like that probably. Maybe a little bit thicker like that. And then let us create a body. So we'll copy that and paste that and change that to body. And then we can move that. So make this a little bit bigger like that maybe. So this is it's not going to be a very good looking example, but this is just to get the functionality of it working so that you can use it over and over again. And then so let's go ahead and create some legs, or we'll delete one, and then we will customize the one leg. So let's go leg, and then we can move it and change probably make that a little bit thicker. Anyway, so we can copy that and paste that, and all we need to do is just move it to the left a little bit. And then I'm actually just gonna copy and paste the leg, and then what I want to do is change this to arm, just like that. But then we are actually gonna rotate this. I think it's on the Z axis. Yeah, so if we rotate that on the Z axis, maybe about 40 degrees, we have an arm, and then we'll just make it a bit smaller, like that. We'll copy and paste that, and we'll put him on the other side. So let's go -40. We'll put that over there. So that's going to be our little prefab, little what's it called? Just a little person, just to get this working. So what you want to do in here is, after you have, well, let's go ahead and add some different things onto it. So for our person, we can go ahead and add on probably some, what is it? Let's add on a rigid body. So let's add on a rigid body, and then we can also add on a collider. We'll go for box collider just because we are using a box. So for the collider, we will just make it the actual body of the of our person, so like that. And then what else can we add on? We could add on a lot more other things. Let's see. If you wanted to add some 2D animation for when the person walks from left to right, maybe you could do that as well. But for now, I think that's fine. We'll just leave it like that. So now that we've created our person, what we can do is at the beginning of the video, we actually created our prefab folder. So to add our person to this prefab folder, all we do is simply drag and drop him in. So if we drag our person onto our prefabs folder and let go, we now get a prefab, or a person, which is now a prefab. So in our hierarchy on the right here, you can see that our person has actually changed from white to blue. So if we go ahead and delete that, now our scene has, well, we've got rid of the person in our scene. But if we want to add the person in again, the exact one we just added, we can simply drag and drop him in like that, and he will have, or he or she or whatever, will have the exact game objects and components and stuff that you added onto it. So like you can see, if we go ahead and edit our box collider, it's in the same place as we added it before. And you can actually add in as many people or as many game objects as you want. So you could literally add thousands and thousands of them, but there's no point in doing that. So that is basically how you create a prefab. And what this does is just allows you to reuse these from scene to scene, or even from project to project. You just drag and drop them into your scenes wherever you want them, and they will all function the same. And then what you could also do is, if you click on your prefab in the inspect, or in the hierarchy over here, you can actually see there's this overrides drop down list here. So what you want, if you edit your prefab in your game, you can save it onto all of them. So what you would do is you go to under overrides and you apply to all, and what that does, it updates your your main prefab, so that when you drag and drop them into other scenes, they will all have the new components that you just added onto them. So that's also a bonus thing that you can do. But what I would recommend is double clicking on the prefab to open it, and then editing it in here. So as you can see, we've opened our prefab of a person, and you can see it has a face, neck, body and leg. And if we just go ahead and delete one of the arms just like that, and then we can save that. And if we go back to our scene, you can actually see that it's updated in our scene as well, and our prefab of our person now only has one arm. So that is how you create a simple prefab. You can do that to anything you want. You can make houses, you can make bricks, or you can make animals, whatever. If you drag them into your prefab folder, you'll be allowed to drag them out into any scene and use them wherever you want. And if you have one in one scene, one in the other scene, they'll act the same. So that's a bonus. It keeps things consistent. So yeah, that's the end of this episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please do go ahead and subscribe and like the video. And there is going to be more tutorials coming out every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so please stay tuned for those. And we also have game series that I upload a video on every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. So at the moment we're currently making our Angry Zombie series, so if you haven't seen that, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to watch them and even like them if you enjoy them. But for now, I think that's it for this episode. So saying thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.